When schools start to double as businesses, you as members of the support staff are in the front line.
Okay, well if you give me your email address, I'll send you out, I'll email you the pack that we have. It'll have the booking forms on it and all the booking information and prices, etc.
And when schools are open before and after traditional hours, again it's the wider workforce who largely make it happen.
These are the clubs that are actually running at the moment, and the club I'd like to add, if it is okay, is a table tennis club.
Teachers and school leadership teams look to support staff for skills they don't have.
It's wonderful having someone with knowledge and expertise beyond mine in specialist areas. Gone are the days where heads had to be the head of all answers in schools.
And support staff are helping to cement schools' positions at the heart of the local community by taking the lead in providing extended services.
Any other problems?
No.
Just the getting up in the morning.
Yeah.
It's an early start today. Okay, do you want to set the speed up a little bit?
This programme looks at how members of the wider workforce are coping with the challenges of implementing the extended schools agenda.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm Kim Stafford. I'm the school business manager at Kingfisher Primary School in Doncaster. They're adamant it hasn't been paid. Now I've checked with the authority and it has definitely been processed for payment. Extended schools was something that I felt I should be part of. I think we have a big role as school business managers to play in change. My part in helping the programme be so successful here was acquiring a lottery grant for £49,000. She should have had money back.
Right.
If they haven't got a place.
Yes.
Basically, I'm asking you, do you mind going to class?
Of course, yes.
Have a word with the child.
Of course I will.
Can he have a look in his bag? He'll either have a receipt or a refund.
Okay.
And then can you check that with your records as well?
Of course I will. And I'll come back to you with what I find. Yep.
My role specifically relating to extended schools is I'm line manager for two people, one of which deals with all the administration, the collecting of the money, the sending out the programmes that we would like to offer to children. My other colleague is actually the manager of what we term as the Hepworth Centre. This is a standalone building that we use the lottery grant to purchase.
Kim's probably played the greatest role of any member of staff in our extended schools provision.
I'd like to add another club, if that's okay with you. These are the clubs that are actually running at the moment. And the club I'd like to add, if it is okay, is a table tennis club.
It's wonderful having someone with knowledge and expertise beyond mine in specialist areas. Gone are the days where heads had to be the head of all answers in schools.
If you're happy to leave it with me, I will go and see Chris and Teresa and we'll just take it that step further, see how feasible it is.
It'll be great to bring some of our new staff on board rather than relying on the regular people who are offering extracurricular. I wouldn't have had the confidence to drive the school forward as a pilot school really for extended schools without Kim's expertise and without her knowledge and skills. I wouldn't have had that expertise to be able to do this confidently. So Kim really has been the backbone of what's enabled us to do all of this.
I've had my meeting with the head. The good news is he's happy for us to pursue the table tennis club. So basically now it's down to us to decide who's doing what to get this process going really and start the club. As senior teacher, Chris, could I ask you to see, I'm thinking of Natalie, an NQT, who may like to take on this role. I think it'd be quite good for her development in school. Within my role of school business manager, I have worked with people who are what we would term as the old school. When they started teaching, basically the secretaries did stick-on sticking plasters and did collect the dinner money. Some people queried a few things to start with, and I think that was down to me to gain their respect and trust, and to prove that I have had the training and I really do have an awful lot to offer. I think the extended schools agenda has been a prime example of this. What he also queried was the possibility of maybe parents being involved. Now, I mentioned the Kingfisher Parent Help as maybe the people to actually mention this to initially, but I don't know what you two think about that.
I think there are a lot of parents that we've used in the past, and the badminton club is certainly a good example of that, where it's worked, where we've had an ex-international player who's come in and worked and developed badminton, so we've got a successful experience with that. And I think the table tennis club will again benefit from that, so we certainly have a word with parent helpers and talk to those and see if they know of anybody, and they're always very good getting back to us and that, and very prompt.
I'm very happy to do the costings. And just to see how viable it will be. So I'll look at that side of it. And Teresa, can I leave you as usual to have a look at your template on this and see if you can squeeze another club in on it?
I'm sure that'll be fine.
I think for the extended schools agenda, you have to include support staff. There's a lot of administration within extended schools, and there's a huge amount of funding which can be accessed for extended schools. So I don't really see how people in my position can't be involved.
Duncan Strachan is a gym instructor at South Hunsley Secondary School near Hull. During school hours, he helps to deliver the Healthy Schools message to pupils and assists PE teachers.
Okay, so we're going to go for a third one. How are you feeling? Tired? Tired. Okay, excellent. That's how we should be. Now, with this being the third set and with this being a new progressed weight, what we're probably expecting to see is a little bit of muscle shake. Carry on. I started off as a casual gym instructor here approximately 2 years ago, and as the school progressed the facility and they brought in contracts and they was able to contract staff, I took up a contract and became full-time. I was a bit unsure of what to make of it at first. Coming from a commercial environment, working in commercial gyms, dealing with the public, I wasn't sure they would be after a teacher. But it was explained to me that it'd be dual use and we'd be working with the public.
South Hunsley has a superbly equipped gym, and it's used outside the school day by the local community.
As well as doing our ordinary shifts, working with the public, we've developed some other projects as well to go along to help the facility be sustainable. And that's included setting up a GP referral scheme for the wider community to use, to encourage them to use the facility.
Members of the public are referred to the gym by their GP, and Duncan can provide guidance on an appropriate exercise regime.
How's the knee been?
It's been a lot better, it's getting a lot stronger.
Good,
yeah.
Excellent. So what we'll do, we'll start doing some progressions with you. You talked about your programme, you wanted that changing and taking up so you can be more active. I think without the commercial input, it would have been a very hard learning curve for the school. So I think bringing on board facility managers, duty managers and experienced gym staff, as well as studio instructors who know the level of field in which they've got to operate, I think that's quite good. It's a necessity, really. If we don't have that, the commercial side of it will drop, and therefore it'll impact on the sustainability of the facility. Hey Steve, how's it going, mate?
It's good, yeah.
Good, okay. So do you want to get yourself logged onto the programme and I'll just speak to Matt? Okay. So just log it in, mate. Okay, how's it going, Matt? All right?
Good, yeah, I'm just looking at sort of a 6-week update to see, to look at his programmes.
Yeah, that's no problem, yeah. Yeah, no, I can get his programme up onto the screen.
That balance between teaching staff who've got the education background and the knowledge and a specialist coming from another area is not always the relationship that's going to necessarily be made in heaven. It's got to be worked at really hard, and the two parties have got to actually respect each other's area of expertise, and that's the key.
So what we can do, we can up it about, if we up it 5 minutes,
15.
Yeah, 15, so that's up to 15. Yeah. That's going to take his total workout time still within the PE session.
Right.
So he's still going to have enough time to do it.
That's a full workout?
Yeah, that'll be the full workout, allowing changing time and everything else, okay? Good. It's an essential part of us being able to work with the school environment. If we didn't have that interaction, we would be very much marginalised, and as a team it would be so demotivating. And it's very good from a personal point of view to be thought of as a professional rather than just a very minnowy sort of support staff figure. And that's good to be appreciated. How's that feeling?
That's feeling fine, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just remind me again, how many we're going for?
10.
10. 2 sets?
At the same school, Nadia Lingard, the conference and catering manager, is charged with bringing money into the school by running a commercial business.
Morning, Mans.
Morning.
What about the conference side? Is everything all right with the conferences
Well,
today?
it's all set up, ready, but they haven't arrived yet, but then LEA, they'll be about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all set up, just waiting to put fresh water in and milk.
Right,
Everything
okay.
else is set up.
It's a dual role, as she's also head of catering in school. And even with a commercial background, it's been a steep learning curve.
Do you need anything else? Have you got everything that you need?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Nadia arrived thinking she was going to do a school's meal service, and from the day one she was suddenly faced with this huge challenge of running a catering business, a training business and a school meal service. At the time when the whole issue about healthy schools had come in, so suddenly she came into a situation where there was potential huge deficit from school meals. And I was asking her to run a service which could only run if it generated external income.
Okay, well, if you give me your email address, I'll send you out, I'll email you the pack that we have. It'll have the booking forms on it and all the booking information and prices, etc. The contrast between the school and the business side is difficult some days, trying to focus on one thing or the other, with that many things going on. And obviously we've got 1,830 students, so it's quite difficult when you're trying to concentrate on the meals for the students, and then we're running 3 conferences some days. But I think that's where, because I've worked in the private sector, I guess that's where the comparison comes. It's like this side of it comes more naturally, and that side of it has been something that's progressed over the 3 years.
So they get rewards, and then what happens then?
Then they can redeem those rewards off their website against mobile top-ups, iPods. They get vouchers to go to sporting facilities, sports equipment.
Okay, so the companies, the authorities okayed this as a scheme?
Yes.
And
they've done all the investigative work on it, and gone through legal with it and everything.
Right. When I came to this school, you know, I'm an innocent abroad. I don't know anything about money. I didn't know anything about running any businesses. And my background was solely teaching and solely about children in classrooms. But now, because I'm surrounded by very knowledgeable people from their particular areas of expertise, suddenly all these areas are coming alive and you're suddenly thinking, wow, that's fantastic. What's the stages you need to go through now?
Well, we're putting a small article in the Heads Update just to make parents aware that it's coming up. Just putting a brief paragraph in just to explain a little bit about it, and that we'll be sending letters out and giving them lots of information. And then once we've had the next meeting, I'll come back to you and discuss it further. And then we'll get to
and we could sort of take it to the parent focus group as well and see how they feel about it, because it is a topic that's come up a few times.
Yeah, the barriers are definitely, when you're trying to do extended services, if you haven't got the support from the senior leadership team, it's really very, very difficult to progress with anything.
That's on offer.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
Okay.
All right then. Okay, thanks, Tina.